All right, I'll give you guys my thoughts on the cube method. Hopefully you can see me. Something's falling around in the back. All right, so I've been doing it for 3 weeks now. I'm gonna start week 4 tomorrow. So far, I really like it. I like squatting twice a week. I've never done that before. I've never squatted more than once a week. I really like that. I like all the accessory work. I like the fact that there's a bodybuilding day. That sounds funny, but as a power lifter, I think it's easy to get into the habit of just doing the 3 lifts, which, you know what? Hey, if you want to get better at a squat, a bench, or a deadlift, you need to do those movements. Just like riding a bike. You want to get better at riding a bike, you ride your bike. But I think a lot of guys tend to forget, hey, those small muscle groups, you need to work. You need to work your biceps, It doesn't hurt to work your calves or your rear delts. It does not hurt to not only lift a lot, but look like you lift a lot, So I like that aspect of it. I like being able to go to the gym with a focus on, hey, I'm gonna pump this muscle up real good and try to put some mass on it, those weak spots. I like the accessory work that the program calls for. After I finish up a heavy squat, I'm doing a ton of reps of leg curls. I think last week we did heavy squat and it called for 2 sets of 50 leg curls, and I did 1 set of 50, and my hamstrings have never been pumped so much in my life. So I like the fact that there's a lot of work in there that will induce hypertrophy. A bigger muscle is a stronger muscle, and the more mass that you have around your joints, the more weight you're going to be able to move because your leverages change, So I like that aspect. I like the way that it's scheduled so that I have speed work, rep work, and heavy weight max effort work. And in a 9-week cycle, I'll hit each lift heavy 3 times. I like that. And it's nice when that heavy day rolls around. I feel good. I'm not all beat up. My body's ready for it. So I like that aspect of it. It's funny, you look at it on paper and maybe it's just me, but a lot of times I'll look at my workout on paper and I'll go, oh, that's not too bad. And you get halfway through and you're like, man, this is a lot of work. You're really busting your ass in there. So I like that. And I like Brandon's philosophy. Brandon Lilly, you take those little PRs, and he talked about it in a video I just watched just earlier today. You take those little bitty PRs here and there, you take them and you run, and in a year's time, 2 years, 3 years, you kept accumulating those little PRs here and there, and boom, before you know it, you've added a large amount to your total. And this program, the Cube Method, I think really allows you to do that. And I like that. It helps you stay healthy. I feel like I recover better, even though, my hamstrings from that set of 50 leg curls that I've never done before might be sore until Wednesday this week. I don't know. But I already feel good to deadlift heavy tomorrow. I feel good enough already. I squatted Friday. I feel ready to go. Normally I squat on Thursdays. Life got in the way of laying floor in my house, and hey, I got to push my workout back. But with the Cube Method, it's easier to do that. Now I can go to my deadlift workout tomorrow and I feel ready for it. So that's another thing that I like about the Cube Method. One thing I don't like about it is the amount of work that's done off of a 4-inch box when you're deadlifting. It seems like every time I'm deadlifting, I'm doing it off of a box. The snatch grip deadlifts that you do off a box, those are great. That's fine, because even if you're pulling off a 4-inch block with a snatch grip, you're basically still at a deficit, because you're your torso is practically parallel with the floor. So that's fine. That doesn't bother me. It's on the heavy days, even the rep days, I got weight on the bar, I'm pulling it off of a 4-inch block. To me, it's that would not help me. And the reason that is because I'm a sumo puller. In most cases, sumo lifters have a weakness off of the floor. And I think that Brandon designed that so that you wouldn't be shot. You know, a lot of people think that deadlifting every week is not a good idea. You'll, you know, overtrain, your central nervous system will be shot. I don't believe that. Ask guys that run Chico, you know, that are deadlifting a couple times a week off the floor. You know, it doesn't bother them. I personally think it's okay. And I think for a conventional puller, maybe pulling off the blocks is okay, but for me, I don't see the point. The only time I'll do it, for me, is a way to overload. If I want to get weight in my hands that I'm not going to be able to pull off the floor, and to feel that heavy weight, I'll pull off those 4-inch blocks. But one thing that I've done, or I'm going to do for the rest of the program, the remaining 5 weeks or whatever, I'm just starting week 4 tomorrow, is I'm not going to pull off the blocks anymore unless it's like a snatch grip. I'm coming off the floor or at a deficit. And with the way the program is set up, so that you're only hitting one lift heavy a week, and I'm only hitting each lift heavy 3 times in a 9-week period, pulling off the floor with sub-maximal weight is not going to slow me down. It's not going to cause any kind of overtraining, or, you know, I'm not going to feel like I'm not recovering, you know, that because the program is built that way. So I don't see any reason why I can't tomorrow go, instead of pulling off the blocks at 85%, pull off the floor, and if I'm feeling good, I'm going to add another double. And I'm supposed to do 3 sets of 2 at 85% of my deadlift. If I'm feeling good, guess what? I'm pulling another set off the floor for another double. That's what I'm going to do. And I think, you know, if you listen to your body, you know where you're at. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So far I'm really liking the cube method. If you've never checked it out, you don't know what it's about, I suggest you check it out. And if you're stuck in a rut with your training, you're not getting anywhere, check out the cube, man. I like it. Thanks.